Good morning. Good morning. It's Wednesday. No, it's Thursday, 3:31 a.m. On my way to the gym. Early morning. It's getting a little bit cold outside. For some reason, I decided to park my car not inside the garage, but outside on the street, so it's a little bit colder. I was just listening to a really good audiobook right now, and I swear I listened to the whole thing for about 45 minutes, and it didn't come down until the very last second when I was getting ready to walk out the door, unplug my system, and roll out. In which case, uh, the point was made about failure, and failing at a small level is typically the reason why people do not progress. And I took that into account. I thought about it. I stopped it because when he said failing big, and then I started thinking about the concept of failure and which one is better. Do I want to fail small or would I like to fail big? And it took me about a half a second to come to the conclusion, shit, if I fail big, then that means that I was able to achieve goals or dreams or ambitions bigger than previous attempts. So it gave me a whole nother sense of clarity. And what I mean by a sense of clarity is, let me turn this down, is that what I told myself was getting bigger, even if I don't understand 100% what to do. Becoming more successful, even if I make mistakes along the way that may cause some type of setback, is way better than staying at a point where you're just comfortable, or just staying at a point where there's no risk. So when the point was made that would you like to fail big or would you like to fail small? Well, failure's failure, but one of them doesn't really propel you anywhere and you don't learn anything from it. The other one at least propels you past the last rung of steps you just went through. And even with failure in bigger things, you learn something from them. Listen, the end of the world does not come at failure. I've learned that. It feels like it. It feels like all hell's breaking loose. It feels like you can't do anything right. It feels like maybe you're not the right person for the position. It feels like maybe this ain't the right time for you. It feels like maybe you don't have the right education. You're going to tell yourself a whole bunch of things that are going to meant or are intended to try to convince you that you are not the person for that job. I'm going to leave it at this. If you were not the person for that job, you would not be there. You would not. Making mistakes is a part of any growth process. And when you're taking on or doing something that you are not used to, it is okay to make those mistakes. When you tie together matters of the ego and you tie together matters of integrity, then once you make those mistakes, you can easily come out of them. Make sense? You can come out of them by doing what you said you would do. It always comes back to doing the work. You can come out of it by doing what you said you would do. And I catch myself in that all the time. I caught myself in that 3 or 4 times this morning, thinking, hold on, is something out of whack? Is somebody tripping? Is there a problem? No, the problem is that sometimes failure is going to be a part of your success. How you handle that's going to be a totally different thing. But when you try to convince yourself that you're not the right person for the job, and there's probably 10 million reasons, the most being that I am not the person for the job and I don't have enough education to handle this. But there's so much more gratification at failing big than at failing small. Failing small is I didn't get the bills paid. Or failing small is, you know, I don't know. I don't know what failing small is. But failing big is when you go after what it is that you want hard. And when you get it, you might not handle it 100% the way you should. But every single time, you'll learn something from it. I'm out. It's 4:55. It's Thursday. Have a great day. I'm going to the gym. Peace. Oh, by the way, if my videos aren't uploading, you can always go check them out on YouTube. All right?